Well, good evening. As we all know, I play terribly when I'm tired, but I did promise I would stream today. And yeah, well, it's still today, so let's get back to it. This is Mzab. Some hiccups going on with the achievements, but nonetheless we're carrying on. Trying to do the third way with the weakest of the nations. We have to eradicate all other forms of Islam and make sure Ibadi reigns supreme. I seem to recall fighting a disastrous war against Hassa, and now I've got rebels and no manpower and running a deficit and all that fun stuff. So we're going to turn it around, start conquering some stuff. It's been a couple of days, maybe even 3, so I can't quite remember what I was doing. Oh, I was colonizing. Yes. Yes, I remember this. Colonizing, my favorite. So where are we going? What's even going on? Well, our troops need to get the hell out of Dodge. And yeah, dealing with those rebels I have would be a fantastic thing to do as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this sorry soul behind. Get everyone else over there. I don't think I have any other rebels on their way. These fellas are going to cause us some issues. They might even defect, because I have a feeling they've been around in Ottoman land for a wee while, haven't they? Can put some numbers to that. A couple of years. Well, all's well and good, isn't it? Now, I would love to just give the Ottomans a little poke, since they are currently down and beaten, but where's the fun in that? I don't think we'd really get 40 years of war out of fighting them right now. So, forget that. Let's just carry on. So, in case you missed the memo for the past almost a year, I do work on QA on this game, and hotfix did go out today, and even a little update for the hotfix. Mostly for stability issues, so there'll still be quite some bugs that sure are very dear to you and you want fixed. I want them fixed too. Don't I just? I'm gonna keep this fort paid for because there are still quite a lot of what I assume are Mamlukian peasant separatists running around the Ottoman lands. I'm also going to have to think, what are my diplomats doing here? They're certainly not forging claims. They could be increasing your relations, that much is for sure. Maybe even those Castilian relations, because things are no longer quite as sour between us as they used to be, but I do want to keep a wild card free here. So we're going to have 19 of you heading over there. That'll be more than enough to deal with the upstarts. I want you guys over in Alexandria. I also want my fleet in Alexandria. I want my entire fleet over in Alexandria. There you are. Get on the case. I'm not even sure this is enough. What are we looking at? I've seen better. I want some, what do we have? 5 of you? We're going to bring us up to force limit with mercs, even though we're hemorrhaging money, because, hey, live dangerously, right? Live financially dangerously. And I am so tired. Why am I even doing this? Okay, we'll take the mission because it gives us a free increase in production. And we're going to take care of our rep problem. Now, I suspect that when I move you into even rebel-occupied territory, it will lift the exile on them. That's what I'm basing my assumptions on here. Like I said, I am very tired. I am going to make some terrible mistakes. Mistakes like I usually do. You have to avenge Algiers, Jake. Oh yeah. Castile's time is coming. I would have thought it would come last time, but it did not. Because where is the justice? Also, where is my generalship? We're being led by somebody who's rather old. And I certainly don't want the heir in charge, but the heir is also rather old. I'm sure they'll die to... Oh, God. Seems like running away is all my people are good for. Oh well. This guy will serve us a lot better. The question is, where will they serve us? And the answer is here, I think. I want to put you to work on those rebels straight away. Because although I've really kind of ignored this region, other than exporting my rebels into Portugal, I kind of want it to not be a problem anymore, because it does make us good money. Surprisingly enough, what are the words I'm trying to use here, because they're all failing me. The autonomy is really nice and low. That's unusual for me, low autonomy in the game. Generalship has left for the New World, Jake. Yeah, a lot of my country has been doing that. Now, I want to be sure that the Hijazi are not going to move into these provinces. They actually are. The Hijazi spread quite a bit further than I had thought, so we're going to move you... Actually, no, it doesn't matter at all. Haha, you're exiled. Sucks to be anyone other than me right now. Okay, so best bet for you guys is in one of these mountain ranges. Gotta get that defensive on the go. Also, I'm not convinced my best thing to do with you is keep you here. Why don't we get you back onto Tunis? I need that money, hombre, because it seems to all just be dribbling away. Like butter down corn on the cob. Instantly discovered on Greece. I don't want to wait 4 years, so let's get you home. I had a claim on you, how fitting that it would run away so quickly. Now if you get caught fabricating, it'll take 4 times as long. So if you get caught halfway through, it'll take a total of, yeah, mathematics. The remaining 1 year, the remaining half a year will take twice as long, so it'll take 2 years. 3 in total, I think. In before rebels siege the province Jake is on, troops get immediately unexiled and killed. Could happen, hope it doesn't. There we go. So you might go into Sus, I hope you don't. I want you to come in here so that I can kill you as effectively as possible. Part of the reason, in fact the entire reason I'm hemorrhaging money is because I'm spending extra on creating colonies. Yeah, I would like to retake Tafilaut, since it is glorious gold. I will send somebody to do that. Okay, this is my plan right here. I knew Hassa would want to retake their fort. It's likely they will retake the fort and then the rebels will go and attack them. Okay, that is not so hot, but it really narrows down where they are going to do. It means I know they're going to come into this province for a fight. And that's good. I'm all about fights. Unless they go to Haha, which is no laughing matter, because I really want these guys dead so that I can carry out my plans. That's right, I occasionally have plans. Just kidding, I do not have a plan here. I don't even know where I am right now. Except it's very sleepy in here. But I did know that deep down I really just wanted to play more Europa. Mzab is such a wonderful Parma violet. Maths, reading, stick to what you're not so bad at, Jake. Thanks for the encouragement there, Tayyip. 999. So Cossacks has been out for a few days. I hope you're enjoying it. I know I am. All these people wanting to rise up, all these events tempting me with money, but I'm probably not prepared to cross that line. Okay, now this is what I'm talking about. They're even keen to go and fight them, which works out great for me because it means that the Ottoman lands remain under occupation and are likely to defect. Okay, that's a pretty sure win for our guys in Mzab, because the Ottomans are still on Tech 11. But I want to make sure there's no bad rolls, you know. Excellent. This is also something I've been waiting on. The Mamluks defected, and they happen to have cores of mine, which is why we have these little guys just waiting around. Seems they were around long enough. Now, this is all the Mamluks have, and we might as well give it to them. We need to reconquer. Reconquest is nice. But I don't really have aggressive expansion, and I would have to pay for Dalmatia, so we're just going to show our superiority. We don't need anybody joining in. We have no fear. Also, their capital is right there. In fact, this can entirely be done by mercenaries, which is rather nice. So we'll just grab these guys. The 5 can stay at home. Everybody else get sieging. No need for any siege busybodies. Oh, they went to haha. Someone is laughing, but it ain't me. Hopefully they don't go to Abda afterwards. I want them to come running right into these mountains. Right into... I'm kinda glad they didn't fight then, because I didn't have my good general there. Not even my mildly competent general. But it also gives me a little moment to split off these guys and reclaim these provinces, since income is still income. So this is rather wonderful. I can also get blockading. You can blockade up to 27 development, and this is not 27. So not too shabby. Hi, Mamluks. I should have taken that into account, shouldn't I? But I didn't. That's really quite funny. I mean, that's really, really funny. But not as funny as them not having any fortifications. I mean, I struck them so fast they didn't have time to get a garrison in there. So, oh, you want to know what's really, really funny? And I mean gut-bustingly funny. I'll show you, because we're going to annex these suckers. Take all their money while we're at it. Oh, force religion. Don't mind if I do. That'll work wonders right there. That's gotta get fixed someday, right? Don't want them having any cores on me, but I can't really change that since it's all Egyptian. Anyway, where was I? We're going to eliminate them and do something funny. I think that was the gist of it. So, goodbye. And would you look at that? Part of the new patch, remaining armies of countries that you annex turn into separatists. So, having just lost to the Mamlukian separatists, we just gave them right back to the Ottomans. Hope you enjoy. Now, they're probably going to come around and do horrible things to our country as well, but, you know, live and let live. That's expensive. Well, it's not that bad, I guess. Lots of separatism. It's going to rise up anyway, but why encourage it? The Hijazis wish to rise up again. Why worry? I need to get my cores done here, though. So we'll get these done, and hopefully they don't go to Abda. If they go to Abda, then it's just troublesome for me. I love rebels. There's a guy I know, and he goes, "Jake, man, I hate rebels. Why are there rebels?" And I'm like, you're just seeing what's there. You need to see beyond that. Ah, freaking Abda. Alright, you know what, I was, no, this is just me getting impatient here. We have nothing but mountains for them to run into. Eventually, at least. Okay, so it's highly likely that they're going to come in and do nasty things to my territory, but, you know, we just got to accept that. But we also have our conquest on Greece, which is rather nice. So let's get on that. Tell me a bit about Greece. How's your GDP? It's not too shabby if you can support all those guys. But I claim your land, and even if you are friendly towards me, you're going to have to die. Freaking Abda. Okay, but I have a plan for this. A plan that is almost brilliant. Let's get our air on this. I don't know why I would want maneuver ever. What was your tech? Tech 12, so... Well, fire's not insignificant here. We'll get you both on that boat and get you over to Greece. Because Greece is about to become ours. I want roads. So what we are first going to do is send in the mercenary scum. And I think since you have the maneuver individual, it doesn't really matter all that much. I won't have to wait. In fact, the first army arrives significantly earlier, So I'm going to hold off on you for a few days. 1, 2, 3, 4 days should suffice. And then the 5th army will arrive. Oh man, 2 more days then. 1, 2. 5th army will arrive the day before the 1st army. So that means my mercs take the front line. And everybody is happy except for Greece. Jake, is it now impossible to get a vassal in a war? I'm not sure what you're getting at there. That might be fairly abusable. Imagine fighting against 2 countries, one of which is an OPM with a large army. You siege it down, OPM, blah blah blah. Would that work? Probably. Why don't you give it a go? I am extremely tired right now. And, I'm just working on my own next level rebel strats here. Can't do all of them. Okay, so we take a bit of a hit jumping off our boat, but I have every confidence that Greece is going to die. It might take a few ticks for us to get our numbers back to re-siege this, but I'm confident that Rhodes is going to fall. Should have a fort on it, right? Yeah, it's a fort that they're paying for as well. It'll take a wee while for these numbers to regrow. I don't like the fact my general is on it, but at least the 5 maneuver ensures that we get a 100% reinforcement rate. After we do, I'll switch out the general, or rather my ruler, and everything will be hunky. Bloody hell, what are they doing? I don't even know. And what is going on here? Great Britain. I would love Great Britain to like me, but I was a fool and rivaled them, and I've been sent the WebM of that happening over and over. But I would like the merchant guilds to like me a bit more. I haven't really looked at these guys since we reloaded the game, Our Glorious Estates. But the emirs and merchant guilds are a little too lukewarm towards me for my liking. Not that I'm about to give them all that influence. Oh, I would like that levy though. Manpower is feeling a little hurt. Let's do it anyway. I mean, what's 10 loyalty? Maybe I can ask for a few ducats from my merchant boys. Alright, we get our coring process back on the go. Greece is going to fall harder than its GDP. I wonder if people in Greece get tired of hearing those kinds of jokes. Poor Greeks. Literally poor Greeks. I wonder if the Mamlukian separatists even know what to do right now. They must be so confused. It's like, we want freedom. We're free. Oh god, the Parma violet has swallowed us up. Do we really want freedom? It's good to see that the Ottomans are still having problems, though, I suspect. Ah, no, they have rather a large standing army of their own. I really should poke them, but I'm not going to. There we go, we have our Mozabite Hejaz back in our control. Might as well keep these guys sitting around, even though they have nothing good to do with their lives. Because if Hejaz defects now, I can stroll right on in and take it. It would be very cruel, but I'll do it anyway. Because that's how we roll. And we're going to get everybody out of there except for the fastest man alive. He has to return home. Because if he dies, even though I'm a theocracy, I would get a stability hit for it. That would be 1 instead of 2. I would get 2 if I were a what's it? Yeah, one of those. A monarchy. 2 stab hits on monarch death in battle or siege is a monarchy. 1 is standard. Alright, this is just becoming what some in the business call a joke. It's almost like he knows what I want him not to do, and is doing precisely that. The Hijazi wish to rise up. Okay, it's unfortunate, but the Ottomans are here. At least when the Hijazi rise up, it's... well, they're probably going to wipe this little guy right here, but... That's all I really got in response. Yeah. What you gonna do? Well, we're gonna enjoy some lovely events going on right here. Bringing in marriageable women. Oh, steady now, hand. Steady now. We can't burn everything we see. Guess we could, but... Well, good to have a a bit of something flowing in, although I'm going to have to take control over Sevilla if I want to actually gain the benefits of that. Nice to see roads falling nice and swiftly. Also nice to see France dying horribly. Austria, my friend. Why? Well, I know exactly why. It's because I stabbed them. We could gain Castile as an ally, and we are probably going to do that. Oh my, Ottomans are looking a bit, what's the word? Dead? If we gained Castile as an ally, we might be able to do some terrible things using them. Oh. Get a grip, Moroccans. This is getting weird now. It is still very tempting to poke the Ottomans, though. I think these Mamlukian separatists don't know what to do because they used to be an actual army. And that's just fine by me. They can sit and burn there for all I care. Much like these Moroccan separatists of Fez. It's almost as if the rebels are outmaneuvering. No, I think the Ottomans have finally really crushed their foes here. Bulgaria won't last long, I'm certain of it. Because Ottomans still have all their cores, they just need to recover a bit. Which is why nobody really wants to join in, but that's because of the Ottoman me being in a war already. Persia would join in. Hungary would join in. Persia and Hungary and Castile against the Ottomans. I have to check Castile actually want Ottoman land. Unfortunately, they do not. Oh, that isn't true. They're interested in Corfu. If I allied Castile and all the rest, we could jump the Otto scum. It's tempting to do, and I'll probably do it. Because I'm a monster. Jake, have you seen the new Colonial Nations exploit? That's an old one. It got re-enabled because you can now transfer to, I think, anybody. But that'll get patched out. We're very heavy in the patching, but critical issues come first. Such as certain Iron Man issues. And crashes. I'm getting really frustrated with these guys right now. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. That's no Stepwolf level of Bulgaria, though. Okay, the Netherlands erupt. They're allied with the Ottomans and Castile and Muscovy. What? Well, hopefully they don't call them all in. Because I wouldn't want that. What I want is Greece to not exist. Wouldn't mind trashing their fleet first. This is where you belong, Greece. In the dead zone. Nothing to it. Okay. Wonderful navy. Continue to make me money over in Tunis. The less wonderful part of my navy, pick up my troops from what is now known as Area 11, Greece version. Shame I can't force religion upon them, but they are heathen to me. So that can't happen. What do we do now? Yeah, might as well just full on take it. It might cheese off a few folks, but it can't be that bad. Autonomy is pretty bad, but we're just gonna have to deal with that. If they revolt, then... I wonder. Do Greece have any other cores? What do they look like there? It's just a cross, right? But that is Morea, and Byzantine cores still exist. I was thinking I might just export any of these rebels over to Ottoman land, but if there's not cores, I don't think they'll do that. Well, I can just be ready and kill them anyway, but I would like to get it converted on the double. 15 months is not a thing. That separatism hurts, though. Well, we'll see what happens. So Castile, about that alliance. They're a little cheesed off, probably about me annexing Greece. Can't even begin to understand why. But as our improved relations go up, everything will work out just nice. Okay, so Ah yes, the dhimmi. Of course they're angry. Now that I have a religious minority, they're like rawr, but I will continue to ignore them as I have done so all the time. Bloomin' Moroccans. Jake, there's still Greek culture in Otto lands. There is. I'm trying to remember if they'll go there. But they might not, that's the thing. I just want that Castilian alliance so I can go and jump Ottomans in a most horrific manner. We've already got our Diplo reputation. And our army is, well, it's not quite at force limit. And to be honest, I am missing a few horses. A couple of horses would go down just fine for my army over here. And probably one for here as well. And our navy could also be bigger, so I'll work on a few galleys. See, everything's just fine and dandy. The Ottomans are still a bit crazy, scary strong, but they don't have Tech 12. Nor do they have a capital. Their prestige is down the toilet. I wonder if they have any other enemies that wouldn't mind being my friend. We've been pushing the Austrian boat for a while, and it's not been coming up Millhouse. So, probably just ignore that one for a while. Once our units are ready, I suspect we'll get our alliance here. Unless, you know, they do something else that causes us issues. Yeah, it'll be fine. Not so convinced I need this paid for right now, though. But I am convinced that I want some mill points flowing in. It would be very nice to get a mill idea on the go. We're being asked if the Ottomans have no galleys right now. We can do a quick check on that. Shouldn't be too hard. LMNO. No, they have plenty of galleys and they're certainly paying for them. Noticing a common theme between this and the AK game. Putting the Ottomans into loan hell. They have 10 loans. Portugal not looking so hot. They couldn't quite defeat their rebel issues. I think they'll deal with it. Hold on, I lost reconquest on Portugal? Did Portugal take some of my land at some point? I don't remember them doing so. Rebels aplenty. Maybe if I had read that a bit better. We lost... oh, it was conquest, not reconquest. See, this is why I don't usually stream at midnight after having been up and working all day. But these are not usual times. Now I have, or rather my vassal has, cores on Castile. We will get those back at some point, but for now we can use Castile. Use them to our advantage. Because Persia wants in on this war. Castile does not. Oh my lord, they're in debt. Oh my. Well, that's not good. Hungary no longer... yeah, my Diplo rep is hurting me here. Why is that? Only just because of my overextension, but a lot of that is about to go away. And that's quite nice. Ah, it'll be fine. Hopefully. It'll be even more fine if Portugal pulls their finger out with regards to those rebels. May as well grab our tech costs while they're slightly cheaper. That was foolish of me. I should have waited for this to be converted so the dhimmi wouldn't cost me 2.5% extra. But you can't sweat over all this stuff. Can sweat over some Mamlukian revolts, though. What's their problem, anyway? Religious zeal is one of my problems here. 76, so 8 years, and considerably more than 8 years on Gaza. Ah, well. The issue is it's probably going to be a bit of a big revolt. And these guys are already causing me issue. Well, maybe, just maybe, Castile will be able to take care of them. Man, I've been missing out. Jake, go get some sleep. We want to see screw-ups, but not because you're tired. You're so kind to me. Yeah, if I just had a sliver more diplomatic reputation, we'd be A-okay probably. Also, why am I paying for a fort? And why do I have a fort here? I really don't want one. Unnecessary if ever there was. Still rebel issues for the Ottomans, but not so many. They're getting rid of them, and the Ottomans... Bear in mind, the Ottomans are westernizing right now. Well, they were westernizing. Did they stop that? Looks like they did. They either paused it, or they were forced to stop. Which I find hilarious. Bloomin' dimmy. But they're also still not at the appropriate levels. Yeah, but they also allied Yarkand, and that's an issue. Okay, so we got one of them. That's fine, because they're going to go towards the fort at Cairo, and that gives me bags of time to get my army over there and kicking their ass. This doesn't afford me much though, Portugal. Why are you... You know what, you can even have military access through my country. I got bigger fish to fry. Oh dear. You know what, why don't I just... This fort at Cairo serves a great purpose of preventing any Ottomans coming in and ruining my day. But on the other hand... If they just quickly deal with my country, they can all go flooding into the Ottomans again. I can deal with them. Hell, the Ottomans can deal with them. Sure, why not? A bit of separatism here and there is no problem for Mzab. We've dealt with worse. Whilst I try to figure out exactly what I'm doing here. Keeping Piety high, that's for sure. Wondering why I'm allied with Lithuania is another part of it, but it looks like they managed to deal with their issues here. If I were to try to call them into a war though, are they a guerrillion in debt? They are. They'd probably not help me out in any of my wars either, so I'm quite happy to cut the umbilical cord there. The Ottomans can continue with their issues, and I've had a change of heart. Instead of going that way, go south, please. I think there is one enemy we've all been ignoring here. Alodia. So this is far less likely to revolt now. Be even less if I gave them autonomy, and I think I will because... Oh my, it's Catholic zealots that wish to rise up here. That's not so hot, actually. Starting to think that maybe I should put some men on that island to deal with them. Because zealots fight hard. Issue is if they defeat me, I got nowhere to run to. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Also, they'll go away if I get my unrest down far enough. Yeah, we'll be fine. Sometimes I don't know why I worry. Right, Hungary has started to become westernized, so that pretty much removes any chance of them being a useful ally. This was expected, though. It's also expected that they're just going to kill these guys, but that's also okay. The rebels were buffed in this patch. You just got to figure out what to do with them. Even if something gets buffed, even if it's your worst enemy, There'll be ways to use that to your advantage. You just need to find them. Yeah, someone else can enjoy these Hassalese separatists. They're going to want to move towards Truba because it's a fort near them, probably. Making best guess here, actually. Yeah, it's a shame that I can't free up some folks, because if I could throw down a few more people onto Rhodes, I wouldn't even have to worry about any revolt going there. Not that I worry. I mean, who worries? This is fine, though. Okay, you know what? They've just got another fort to siege up. I'm just going to leave them to it. They seem to know what they're doing. They'll deal with the with our Portuguese friends, and as long as I just got the turn of the year. As long as these Catholic zealots don't rise up, I can completely remove them. I'm going to need to have a bit of luck here, but luck is often on my side, so I'm not too concerned. Jake, do you have any specially planned Burgundian campaign? Why would I have Burgundy as a campaign in mind? I know there is an achievement for them, but honestly they don't really appeal to me. Back when I was a Babby EU3 player, I did some pretty good conquests as Burgundy. I was pretty good at them in multiplayer as well, but that was back when I thought I was hot stuff playing with Babby nations. Now, I don't think so. I love how we now added extra buildings that you can see on the map. Knights, or rather Rhodes, looks like the real happening place in modern day Paris. Okay, now get the hell out of my country, you Oh, what am I thinking? These aren't Hejezi, these are Hassalese. Which means they're going to go into Hassan cores, which fortunately does not include this one province here. But it does include the rest of my country right there. That's an issue. That's an issue I'm going to have to figure out. And it may be through war, because it'll be a while before you guys think about defecting, isn't there? Oh yeah, a very long time. We'll be okay. We'll probably be okay. So with this, the Catholic zealots are going to go away. The Greek separatists... Yep, they've changed to Greek separatists and are going away. The Hejezi wish to rise up in Mecca. Such a strange world. Yeah, now you think you're hot stuff playing rubbish nation, says Red. Yeah, I can see the Castilians there, but that's their problem. Now I want to stick my colonist on the province which has more people on it, since that gives a better new settler chance. And once one of these is done, we'll have our colonial nation set up, and I will move on to another place. Gotta chase that money that feeds into Sevilla, because someday I will control Sevilla, hopefully. Where's my money going? I had money once. So they continue to spread out, but those Mamlukian cores in Ottomans look all the more tasty for them. And since I destroyed my forts, that's okay, because it means I can take all this land back nice and swiftly. Plus separatism isn't an issue. Well, it's a bit of an issue, but not much. At least I finished these cores as well, though. That's rather nice. Didn't I? Oh, it's just Rhodes that I'm working on, and that's fine. Rhodes is lovely and half price because it's overseas. Also means I don't make much from it, but a good city is a good city. They're soon eyeing up the Ottoman lands, and that is exactly what I'm going for. Not so much going for losing out on... Oh snap, what are you guys doing? I forgot about you. You're stuck. Still stuck, huh? Right, I need to sort something out there. I mean, I could just disband you. That feels a real shame, but there isn't much that I can do. These guys bugged out. And it's better than me wasting that leader all the time. I bet Ottos would agree with you destroying your forts, Jake. Ottos are in no position to argue with me. Alright, we got Hungary looking keen on a war with the Ottomans, but the Ottomans got Tech 12 now. Well, hopefully they enjoy my Tech 13 Mamlukian rebels. Could make them Tech 14. Make them fire a little harder. I think I will. Seems like a suitably cruel thing to do. When I get Tech 15 ahead of the Ottomans, I think that's when I'll go and gun them down. Gun them into nothingness. So the Hijazi still wish to rise up, but I think what I'll do is I will fight the Hassa. Because it went so well last time, right? But this time I've still just got 5 boats. I could sail the rest of my transports around, but they might not survive the journey. Fighting the Hassa, huh? No, I think I've got better things to do with my time. Of course, those separatists aren't just gonna magic away for me. Yemen will give me the access that I need. I could just go down there. Might still just get attacked by Hassas, but the lovely thing about Hassa is it's a whole bunch of nice land. And it's practically got my name on it. I think it's been developing a fair chunk as well, yep. No one's gonna mind if I take all this. It might be filthy Shia land, but we can deal with that. Okay, there we go, the Ottomans can enjoy these. Well, seems the Ottomans can enjoy a few things, including that. So yeah, very thoughtful. The peasants wish to fight on our behalf as well. But this means that our armies here can now stroll on in and reclaim our glorious land. And just set them all up, and then worry about them later. And also means that we're pretty much done here, so you guys... yeah, sure, get home. Jake, what's the rebel progress? We got 80% on the Hijazis, 20 on the Mamlukians, but in terms of them defecting, yeah, there's still a while on that. Still a long while on that. They're still at it over in Portugal. Godspeed. Means our Greek separatists will start rising up again, but I don't think we're going to see them in the next 104 years. Well, who am I to say? Jake, take the land leading down to Ethiopia. I'm on it. That is exactly what I'm planning to do. Well, that might be part of what I'm planning to do. Best laid plans of mice and men aft gang ugly in my games. Our manpower's looking alright. I don't really feel like paying for these mercs that I still have. Still, they have been useful, but still they gotta die. Not the biggest fan of paying. As we used to say, who pays? So it seems like the Mamlukians are relocating. I'm going to need to keep my finger on the buzzer there. Because they wish to go to Tabuk. Where else do the Mamluk... Wait, what? Yeah, sure, you do that, my friend. I'm not gonna stop you. So the rebels, unless I'm terribly mistaken, check for adjacency. So they're gonna think, oh, we're fine. There's, these provinces are under our siege, so we will continue our march up to Sam. Sam's a nice fort that they can work on, whilst the Ottomans continue to have rebel issues. Okay, so they went there only to... yeah, they'll probably go up to Man. Works for me. Just keep your sorry asses over there. The Hijazis are going to rise up in... oh, Mecca! That actually works out nicely for me, since that'll be some infighting. You guys keep doing your thing there. Whilst I take out the trash to the south. Lots of land. All of it garbage. All of it really garbage, but at least it's land that nobody is going to care about. I think that what Jake teaches us, this game is actually bad. They make... forts are actually bad. They make it harder to export rebels. Ah, rebels are fun. Increase the rebels, increase the fun, as nobody says ever. But I don't think there's increased coring cost down here, which is a nice change. So, why don't we just go for it? I got plenty of land that I want to take. Only one claim though. But it's on the better province. And it expires... eventually. Only issue is these rebels are probably going to come back and make my life rather unpleasant. But they constantly weaken the Ottomans, and that's one of the things. It would be very difficult for me to weaken the Ottomans through warfare unless I called in all my buddies. And not all my buddies really want to join in. But if I keep throwing rebels at him, it keeps him on his toes, keeps his manpower drained, and keeps him relying on loans. So long-term warfare as revenge for the country that annihilated me. Castile is going to have to see their own treatment, but I'm not quite sure on that. One of the frustrating things is that they're going to be converting these provinces. And that's going to throw down that, you know the thing, recent conversions. Oh well, there is little I can do about that, and having Castile as an ally at this moment is probably more useful to me. Jake low death provinces means you can take even more and get even more rebels. And why am I not taking the here it is, this idea for tolerance to true faith. Also gives devotion, but I'm not hurting for that because our stability is great. I'm just not. Darfur have friends in high places, Seaman and Medri Bahi, so that's why I'm not interested in having them as a co-belligerent. But they're tiny, I could eat them up anyway. Speaking of eating up, let's just do it. It's been so long since I've had war. These are all imbalanced. How could we possibly have that, actually? That works a little better. Good enough, let's just do it. Press on down, care little about minor things. Well, I sure hope they push north, and I sure hope the Ottomans can do something about it, because I don't want to have to fight those. The Ottomans must feel so angry towards me, just constantly throwing my garbage into their country. Garbage that is more technologically advanced than they can possibly muster. But the enemy we fight here is weak. They are amateurs. Of course we have a fort on the go here. And I don't have a single cannon yet. I've also foolishly put my leader in here. My general, that is. My... Not monarch. I'm not even sure what he's called. I should double check that. The Great Imam. Imam? Man, they have some silly names around here. Jake, can we see the tech map? They want to know how backwards the Ottomans are. Well, they're no more backwards than me, but I'm skimping on admin and dip. Keeping ahead in what matters. I could study technology if I took espionage ideas, but religious and the other one were pretty much must-haves. I think we'll go for the leapfrogging approach here. So what am I going to do with this fort? I do want it. I can take everything else in their country, ignoring it pretty much. 8,000 on the fort should be fine. Especially since I'm technologically superior. So I think what I will do is just kind of encircle the fort. General Hospital is wonderful. Let's keep that manpower flowing. Also get reminded that we could westernize if we felt like it. Oh. I was going to pull you out and I forgot again. Alright, but this is fine. This is all of our enemies right where we want them. We also don't want Shendi getting converted. Nah, let's just kill them. To at least show them what we're made of. Very slowly. Nothing to it. Man, it's like I'm not even here in my head. What's this? Friendship with the natives. Our colonists have managed to reach out to the natives in Musta. Worth a Thanksgiving. Well, with fish, not really feeling it. Oh no, that didn't even work. That was aggressiveness and ferocity, which is pretty much worthless for us. Also rather nice to see the Ottomans coming down and lifting their weight. Get on with it, Ottomans. We've also more or less stuck all the enemies over there. So what we could do is throw... probably once this siege is done. Now we'll ditch 3 here. And the rest of you just go and pretty much act as a blocker for them. Well, they could go through Tagali. Urbanization. For money, we get Alexandria and Rosetta up in tax. We had this before. Wonderful event for those merchant guilds. Increases their influence, but that I'm actually very happy about. Ka-ching. Wish I could give them even more. I'm tempted to. Why not? Doesn't really... oh, well, that's good. Jake being blind again. Nothing new there, honestly. The Ulema have had a bit... well, rather a lot of influence. But I am quite tempted. No, that is almost useless for us right now. We'll be fine. Trust me. DDR blind at your service. Jake put a damn blockade on that damn fort. This is why I don't play when blind, or tired with blindness. Actually, if ever there was an indication that I should just get myself to bed, it's the fact that it's now 12:30 and I got work in the morning. So I know that was barely an hour, but wasn't even actually. But I'll be back with more tomorrow, because I'm really liking Mzab, and I want to continue on with this. So I think, yeah, after work tomorrow, we'll be back for more of this, a lot more than we had today. But I promised I would stream. I wanted to get at least some done. So, just for now, cheers and cheerio.